All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys doing? Today, I want to welcome you once again to our favorite show. I'm your favorite host, Chukwemeka, to our Dream, Dollar, and Decision podcast. Now, the question is once again, what is your goal? You see, we are here to walk with you step by step, shoulder to shoulder, to get you to your dream, whatever it could be. Now, I want to ask today, are you subscribed to our channel? You turn on your notification. If you haven't, please do that right now. Let's get started. Okay, we'll talk about some interesting things today. It's gonna be thought provoking for sure. It's gonna be also challenging, but I want you to understand that we're here to work with you while we resonate. Because if it matters to you, it matters to us. Okay, let's welcome back. So today I want to talk to you on one principle. Maybe you're a parent, maybe you're not a parent yet, maybe you're a youth, maybe you're just someone who is, growing up to get into life and figure out what I'm going to do with my life or whatever it is, or maybe you're a grandpa. It doesn't matter. Today I want us to talk about the act of building. Building. And when I say building, I don't mean building houses. No. I don't mean real estate. No. But act of building inheritance. Act of building legacy. Now, I read in scripture. I'm not a preacher, by the way. You will know that already because I'm amateur in these things. Now, I read in scripture, Proverbs 13, verse 22. And it says something. It said, a wise man leaves inheritance for his children's children. Now, the question I want to talk about today is, what are you building? Now, a lot of us, irrespective of what you do, I believe that you work hard for it. I believe that you want the best for yourself. I believe that you want the best for your family. And you want the best for your children, for your community. I have no doubt about that. But the truth is, some of us, yes, we want the best, but sometimes we get sidelined pursuing certain things, pursuing the job, pursuing certain activities that we actually forget to build the real things. Some of us will get into the habit of, running round and round and round, doing so many activities that we forget to build anything. Some of us will get involved, different groups and different activities, different, having so many things on our plate that literally, if we sit back to look at it, 5, 10 years, 15, 20 years from now, we'll not be building much. Some of us will get, attracted, or we get so engulfed by social media and the activities of social media that we forget to build even one thing. Some of us will get so engaged with our friends, maybe our job, we get so dedicated to it, which is good, But the question once again is that, do we forget to build something? Now, I don't know if you're hungry to build something. I don't know if you're hungry to build a legacy that generations will look and say, thank God for that this person walked the face of this earth. Thank God that this person, I get to meet this person. Thank God that this person did this. Thank God that communities, people, generations will continue to remember. See, the truth is, a lot of people die. And when they die, they're forgotten. But a lot of people also die that generations, even 10th generations, still don't forget them. And we have the likes of people today. If I have to ask you, what is the name of your great grandfather? What is the name of your fourth great grandfathers? What are their names? Do you even remember? But if I ask you today, do you know Martin Luther King? Yes, you know. Do you know, major people? Do you know maybe Albert Einstein? Yes, you know him, or you would have heard about him at least. Do you know who Jim Pattison is? You have heard about the name? Yes. But why is it that you don't know your generations? You don't know your own forefathers, but you know all these guys. The difference is simple. They built a legacy. They built something that you remember them for. All of us drive different cars named after people. But what are you building? Now, It doesn't necessarily be that you have to invent a car, invent a light bulb, invent this one or that. No, not necessarily. Nothing is wrong after all if you invent one. But even if you don't invent anything, even if you say, oh, I love my job so much, I'm going to do this and this is what I will do for the rest of my life. When you are no longer here, who would be able to take over from you? Would anybody be able to take over from that job? Will anybody be able to take over from there? One thing I remember about my dad used to work for a company called Monia Construction Company, MCC, in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. One thing he did was, at least the few people in my community, in my village, who could do one activity, maybe you're a driver or you're a welder or whatever you could do, he helped you get a job at least. Even when he left the company, or till even the life of these ones till tomorrow, they will say, thank God I met this man. That is beauty. That is legacy. Leave something. So it's not necessary that you have to, invent something. But also, where you work today, whatever you're doing today, will you be able to pass that on to your family? Will you be able to pass something on to your children? Will they be able to look at your name and say, thank God great grandpa walked this earth? Thank God for grandma. Thank God for great grandma. How many people really do you impact? At least positively. You see, a lot of people, a lot of us, we are good at what we do. A lot of us are hungry for certain things. A lot of us also, put in so much time, so much energy to build certain things or to work. But at the end of the day, it looks like we get sidelined just by the activities that we forget to build something. We get so sidelined, putting activities or putting so much activities, so much things running around the clock that we forget the very things that matter. How would you feel that in 100 years from now, your great grandkids would actually look at your picture on the wall and say, thank God for grandpa, thank God for grandma? How would you feel that generations will live and say, there's this man, there's this woman that changed the history of our village, that changed the life of so many people? What are you building? At least your own children would wake up and say, thank God I'm not starting from the ground anymore. My dad has put a ladder for me. My mom has put a ladder for me. What are you building? You see, the challenge is that so many work hard. But some of us are most important. What is more important to us is to snap pictures, post on social media. I want you to understand this. Think about it. By the time you're 60, 75, or 60, 70 years old, some of those memories will not be there. It's not bad to snap pictures, by the way. But what would you have? You can scroll through your pictures. That's all you've got. And then you live in regret. Or can you actually say, thank God this guy was a business partner. We did this together. That's how I was able to do this. Or this person, we did this together. That's how I was able to raise this. What would be your story? Would you just walk through the face of the earth and disappear? Would you just exist? Or would you actually live? Live on earth and leave a mark as well. Live, enjoy it, and also leave a mark for the next generation to know that yes, you walked the face of this earth. You owe yourself that much. You owe your next generation that much. You owe your own children that much. You owe your own family at least. You see, some people, I've spoken to some people, they say, oh, my dad didn't leave anything for me. So, that's why your children doesn't know him. That's why your great-grandchildren wouldn't know him. That's why you don't know him either. You don't talk much about him. But imagine this. Imagine if you can decide to change that history. Imagine if you can say, you know what? I want my children, I want my children's children, I want the 10th generation to know my name. It's not going to happen because you worked for some company for 30 years or 40 years. No, it's going to happen because you actually made an impact in the life of your family, in the life of people around you. Till tomorrow, till tomorrow, I love my dad. God bless his soul. That even if I go into my village tomorrow and something happens, people like, that's Chief's son. His dad was this, his dad was that. My dad didn't have money, but at least he had a good name. He made impact in the community. People know him as a man who doesn't stand for anything that is evil, anything that doesn't benefit the community, anything that that is corrupt. No, he doesn't want that. What are you building? What are you building? You see, I heard a story from one of my mentors. He said something. He said, one man, an older man at age 70, came into the house one day and started shouting at the wife. Why is it that no grandkids? We don't have grandkids, and grandkids doesn't visit us, and all of this keeps going, keep going. After shouting, he ranted for some time. After ranting, the wife told him, we don't have grandkids because you didn't give birth to any child, and you didn't adopt any. You see, some of us want grandkids, but we refuse to give birth to one. Some of us want inheritance, but we refuse to build one. Some of us want these things and all these royalties here and there, but you forget to build a business that will give you royalty. Or you're so scared, or you're so you're procrastinated that you don't remember to do it. My question to you once again, what are you building? Would you be considered as a wise man who leaves inheritance for his family, who built something for the generation, who built something for the community? At least a man who has a good name, a man who made impact in his community? Or would you just be, you die and go, and the least we can have, maybe if you have a tombstone, we can remember your name when people visit the graveyard? Well, some people, right now, people don't even do tombstone anymore. So we don't even know who was buried there. The next generation won't know. What is your goal? I was talking to someone the other day. He told me, I really want to get buried here because my kids will be here, so I'll be bringing flowers to my tomb every day, every week, every month. I say it's not bad to bring flowers, but don't forget to build those who will bring the flowers. Don't forget to plant the seed that will bring these flowers. Don't forget to build when you're in the activity of running round and round and round. Listen, there's always a way. You say, oh, I'm a student, I'm struggling to pay bills, I don't have anything. We can always help you start. If you're looking for how do I start, please DM us. Reach us, send us a message, send us an email. We'll guide you. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be much. You don't even have to involve money, first of all. Do you have a dream again? What do you want to build? What do you want to have? What is it you want to be remembered for? Don't get so serious, so busy with activities that you forget to build. Listen, if you don't build, you are simply telling the next generation, I don't care about you. I'm much more focused on myself. You are telling your community, I don't care about you. You're telling your family, I don't care about you. Are you going to say that? Will you look at them at their faces and tell them, I had opportunity, but I refused to do it? Or would you live in regret? You see, one thing I visited some hospice homes. One thing I see consistently is people living in regret. Oh, I had opportunity to do it, but I was just thinking, I got so busy, I forgot, and now you have no time to do it anymore. What would you, if you are faced today, they tell you, next tomorrow will be your last day on earth, would you live joyfully or would you live in regret? Whatever you regret not doing, can you do it today? Can you start? can you start to build? At least build good relationships. Build good relationships that could stand for your kids, that could stand for your family. Would you always be someone who is always tearing people down? Or would you actually build people? I want you to understand this. People say, oh, you talk about this, you talk about, I said, see, in the next 5 to 8 years, we are raising a team of 250 millionaires. Why do I say that? Because it's going to happen. We are committed to that. Why am I so obsessed about it? Listen, I want to have a team. I want to have people, surround myself with people who are out to make a change. People who are willing to change the trajectory of their life. If you want to be one of us, please send us a DM. We work with you. We're not asking you for your money. No. Do you have a dream? Are you hungry? Do you want to build something that will last? Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. They said the biggest nation on earth is the procrastination. They said the richest place on the planet is the cemetery. Do you want to be buried with all you've got? Or you want to get it out? One of my mentors said, I will live until I die. I will live until I die. Would you live until you die? Some people are already dead anyways, though they are living. But would you live? What do I mean by that? Live to your fullest. Take every opportunity. Take all the action. Get all the experience. That when you are sitting at your retirement age, you look at them and you smile. You say, thank God I did. I love this experience. Thank God I took this chance. I learned this from here. Do it for your own good, for the sake of your family, for the sake of those you're going to leave behind, for the sake of your joy when you sit in retirement. Don't wait. Start today. Remember, the best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is today. Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, subscribe to our channel, reach back to us, send us a message, whatever your dream, your hunger, your aspiration is. We're here to work with you hand in hand, shoulder to shoulder, to get you to the dreamland. If you know anyone who has been struggling to start, send them our video, let them get back to us. Okay? Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. See you in the next video.